Have you ever felt confused or overwhelmed in relationships? Theresa and I have come up with a free mini course that we think will really help you out with a lot of the common relationship experiences so that you can improve your communication skills with all of the people in your life and really make a change for the better.
Yeah, we really believe that everybody deserves the opportunity to learn healthy relationship skills so that we can get through life having a good, healthy relationship experience. So click the link, put your email in, you'll get the PDF, spend a few hours working on it, and please let us know what your experience is. We know it will benefit you in some way. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that one was pretty good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Check. My Inner Knowing, empowering you to find your compass for the journey. We are dedicated to supporting you to rediscover and trust your natural ability to navigate life each day by sharing insight and experience through the lens of two professional communicators and their guests. We intend to prompt internal inquiry that supports all those willing to explore a unique path. You know, looking at you like, okay, now she's going to judge me. You know, the kid in me is evaluating. Mm-hmm. She's going to tell me I said it wrong. And when I come up with a solution, she's going to say, well, you know, nice try. How my little boy would take a nice try, Billy, but, you know, you didn't get it right either. You know, so all that stuff is going on inside of me. And I'm guessing a lot of people, but we don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
But I know... if we were to go back and look over this whole thing, you will see it plain as day as I'm going through those emotions and in and out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to wrap up by saying we're going to play this at the beginning and we'll play it again at the end. This part right now, going back 2 minutes, and then we're going to play it through. This was a comment that someone made to you earlier today about you being a thrill seeker.
Yes.
Because of some choices that you have made and want to make for the way you live your life.
Yes.
And the reaction that you had was something like, what? I don't remember exactly.
I'm going to fucking live before I'm gone.
I knew there were all those parents.
Yeah, I got grouchy. Whew. Don't be stealing my little boy's dreams. He gets angry. You know, but there's shame for having cursed, but it was totally reactive. So I'm thinking through, well, what could I have said that still maintained that didn't let him do that, take my power, or my hope. So... could have just said, yeah, there are so many exciting things to do. Life is such an adventure. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Probably not the don't you think sassy part, but yes, there are so many exciting things to do. I can't wait to try them all.
Yeah. What's the difference?
That's more positive and reaffirming to me than I want to fucking live before I'm gone. More positive for the room, too.
Sure. No, what I was thinking, it's not threatening if it's your adult plan.
What's not threatening?
Your plan. His comment isn't threatening if it's your adult plan. If it's your little boy dream, it's threatened. But if it's your adult plan, which is what it is.
Well, my little boy came out, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I'm hot on the trail in therapy with it, I mean,
Right.
that last thing I told you about the airplane story, throwing it out of the truck, and it was like, don't steal my hope.
Right.
you're not going to take that. And so,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's right there emotionally. So,
Right.
but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. You're doing this as intentionally and as thoughtfully as is possible. It's risky. You know that. That's all. It just is. And it's not something that most people would be willing to do.
Skydive?
Any of it. Not like we have skydiving opportunities everywhere. You know, the most people, I mean, we probably have a lot more of those skydiving places you can go in the blow up thing, but there still aren't many of those, right? Like that level of letting go was very difficult. So for me, I don't think about it as a little boy dream. Think about it as your plan.
Yeah, well, it's not something I thought about doing as a little boy. But that somebody, you know, I mean, if you step back and you look at the dynamics of the room, I am in an office where I am reliant on people who are managing things for me, right? And so they are then in a semi-authority position. It's how I'm just analyzing it as I go, but I think that is the dynamic setup for the comment that came. You know, so we're just having small talk before we got down to business. And, you know, so what are you up to? And just sharing my dreams, you know, exciting things, because he knew I'd been on the hike last year, 60 miles in 6 days. Yeah, and I didn't even share that I want to do it into the Northern Lights. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, I think that obviously I'm working through authority figure stuff. I'm working through authority figures taking my hope, or trying to. And the adult resolution that you're not doing that, you know, that's not happening. Now, was the adult speaking when I said I'm going to fucking live before I die?
Right.
No.
No. Right. Right.
You know. But I don't know. I don't want you judging me or fixing me in this process. It's my
No.
process. You know?
Right. No, I'm just saying I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I could have done a lot worse things than I did, for sure.
Babe, I'm not judging you, nor do I care that you said what you said.
Yeah.
What I know you said was, exactly, I don't remember, but don't squish my little boy dreams. And I
Yeah.
don't think about
Don't
it as a
take my
little
hope.
boy, right? I don't think about it that way. So it was just surprising to me when you said it that way.
I didn't say little boy, you did.
No, you did.
I did not say my little boy dreams.
Yes, you did. You did.
Okay.
That's why it struck me.
The little boy, that is not a little boy dream, because I thought about flying from the time I can remember, but not skydiving. That came later. But when I was working with my therapist, it was the little boy from the crib even. And then at different instances with people taking his hope.
Right.
You know, he may not have had a lot of other things. So you can't take that one. Or there's going to be massive resistance when you try. So anyway, if I said it that way, then I said it that way. But it must have been a Freudian slip, as they say. I think I was trying to express that my little boy was the one responding versus an adult who could have either just smiled, brushed it off, you know, or said something productive.
I don't think she did anything wrong. That's his story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 2 kids under 5.
Mm-hmm. Very different place in life.
Well, one has just turned 1. Mm-hmm. And it is a very different place in life. So that was probably a wishing piece on his, and then, a judgment piece. Mm-hmm. Reckless. This guy's reckless. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
I'm 57. Mm-hmm. My mom died at 54.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I am going to try so many things before I'm too old to care or my body gives out for doing those things, right? Like the big hikes. I mean, that's why I'm working so hard to try to fix the hip.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I just wanted you to hear, babe, that I don't think any of the things that you want to do are reckless. I think they're just things you want to do. And I think it's great that you want to do them.
Yeah. I think reckless is in the eye of the beholder, and it's also a term along with thrill seeker that people use. Labels that they use to, I don't know, shame you or express their jealousy or whatever it is, their judgment. Because, if I was a parent of 2 young children going skydiving, probably not the best thing to do.
Right.
And I was taking flying lessons when Libby was in high school, and I had a rough landing, and then they were rushing me when I soloed. They were rushing me to land when a C-130 was coming in behind me, and I had no idea where it was, but they didn't want to waste fuel for the C-130, right? So they're telling this guy who's on his solo flight, expedite.
Right.
What the hell does that mean? I'm trying to land an airplane.
Right.
So in any event, that just reminded me, in that moment, but that's been, a decade ago, maybe a little bit more, where I just decided that the downside of a mistake is pretty far down, usually fatal.
Yeah.
And I needed to make sure I got my daughter through college. And guess what? She's all grown up, living on her own for the most part. She's with a great guy. And she's competent and lovely.
Yeah.
I can go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And if somebody else wants to label it, they can. So I'll work on the adulting piece of not giving up my power by getting reactive, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and being more positive. I don't know that not responding is always necessary. As long as we're choosing. If I had paused and decided, you know what, I'm just going to be direct. Now, I could be direct in lots of ways without cursing, but it would have been intentional instead of reactive.
Sure.
And direct could also be, I don't know. I'll have to think through how that would be appropriately said without getting snarky, because it leans over into snarky for me, because sometimes I have to get to that spot so I can take on people like that. It's not, that's probably not my nature. I've learned it. So, but anyway, getting way deep on a non-scheduled topic.
That's okay. It's still an important topic.
It is. So what do you do? Let's just dive into it then.
Yeah.
What do you do when somebody is saying something that at least a part of them is trying to take from you?
Yeah.
When they say something like, oh, you're a thrill seeker.
Yeah.
That's my little voice still reacting, but it's true. That's how I felt. It's like, oh, so you're a thrill seeker.
Is that what it looked like?
What I look like? No. Yeah. What he looked like, I don't know. I think I looked down when he said it. I think I was looking at the other person, and so I was in between, so I didn't see his eyes, but I think his head went down like that when he said it. It was like, so you're a thrill seeker. And it did have a tone to it. Well, who knows? Intentional or not. I think it was intentional because those are the words he chose. Now, was his tone intentional? I don't know. But it certainly conveyed, I'm taking from you, judging you. So what do? Choices. Ignore it. Whatever you say doesn't matter to me. Or respond as I did, reactively. And reactively could be a lot different. Like, F you, I'm out of here. Send my money to another place. Didn't come here to be insulted. Or standing your ground while being an adult. And that's really the question that I'm struggling with as I keep dancing around it, which is, what is an adult way to, say, to convey the message, I am keeping my power, and that's not how we will interact.
Yeah. Are you asking for a suggestion?
Not yet.
Okay.
I know you're dying to tell me. I don't know. What I don't want to do is I give you a thought and you're like, oh God, no, I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say it that way, but that's how I would feel it. Because we're in that space.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm vacillating between adult and child. Part of me is just like, what is it always best to just take it? Right?
Is it? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm just making a statement. It's always best to just take it. And I don't think it always is. I think sometimes it's okay to stand up for ourselves when somebody does that. And the question is, again, how? Let me give it a shot, and then you can tell me what you're thinking. I gave it one shot already, which was yes. I can't wait to try out everything before I'm finished here on Earth. It's such an adventure, without, don't you think?
Yes.
You asshole. Or, I think that one would have been okay. How about this? Different people have different ways of looking at life. This is mine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
I thought that was great, babe. Yeah. What I feel like is that often we don't feel like we have the time or the space to get that clear about how we really feel or what we really want or need. And so I think but we feel like we need to do something or shut down, like you said. So I think your proposed suggestions, the first one, like, I want to do all the things before I'm not on the planet anymore, I think is great. I think what you said just then about, different people choose different ways to live, and this is mine, is good too. My only other suggestion, and this won't surprise you at all, is tell me more.
Yeah, I was going to say, get curious.
Yeah. Yeah. And the reason that I go to tell me more is because you do not have to defend yourself. And so tell me more is really putting it back on them to explain themselves, as opposed to you feeling the need to explain yourself. Because you don't need to. You don't owe him anything, even if you have a professional relationship with him. You don't owe him a reason.
Yeah.
So if you say, tell me more, then it's on him to be clear. And then for him to figure out maybe that is not something that he should have said or said that way or whatever. So that's what comes to mind for me, because I do not believe you need to defend yourself or your choices. Yeah. What does that feel like?
Oh, I immediately was thinking, well, what's then the next? Because then the chess game continues, right?
Or not.
Or not. And maybe he just like,
And they- Right.
I'm
And
sorry.
it's deflated.
Gosh, I didn't
and-
know you were so sensitive. I mean, that's something the person could say in response, right?
I am guessing that he may not have a job had that come out of his mouth.
I am paying them after all. They're not paying me.
Right. I'm guessing that would not have come out of his mouth. But if it had, that would not have been great.
Well, I'm thinking of different contexts, and that could be a response that a sibling, for example, might give you.
Oh, absolutely. I was
Oh,
thinking.
you've always been so sensitive,
Right.
Instead of answering your question.
Right.
Tell me more.
Yeah, and then just tell me more. Yeah. Not going to engage with that. We can either continue having the conversation, you can tell me what made you curious, or we're done talking about it. Yeah. Siblings, friends. Yeah. I had a colleague, yesterday that I hadn't talked to in, gosh, I don't even know, 7 years probably. Was wanting to ask me a business question and wanted to check in and get my understanding about something. And, at the end of the conversation, they were saying something about, what their, plans are. And I thought they were telling me their plans because they were, because they knew that those were the things that we were doing. And so, he made the comment about, how you used to do retreats. And I said, we're still doing retreats. Said, as a matter of fact, we're doing one in October in Oregon and one in November in Missouri. And he's like, oh. And then he said, well, I was thinking about starting a podcast. And I was like, oh, it's so good. It's been really great for us and our relationship. And he's like, oh, you're doing a podcast? And so then I was like, well, how is my response impacting him as he's sharing things with me about what he's wanting to do, but I'm already doing them. And so I was aware of that. I mean, it was just true. I mean, it was just part of the conversation.
Sure.
But I was just aware that I was like, ugh, hope I'm not taking from him by even just responding with, what was true.
Right.
Yeah, for him. So messy.
It is. And I mean, we can second guess our conversations all the time, but that's a lot different than labeling.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
With a judgy label.
Oh, yeah.
Like the other person was like, that you do so many exciting things.
Right.
Right. All excited.
Right.
Empowering.
Yeah. We can be not very empowering to people. We can, as you said earlier in the conversation, it felt like something was, he was trying to take something from you.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we often do that, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally. And I think the best we can do is to not give it to them. But that does require us to not defend ourselves. But I think the ways you did it, the ways you imagined saying it, I thought were good. I just don't think we owe anybody our story.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the people closest to us, but
The thought that comes to mind, I mean, I hear you, and I think it has merit. I think also, and I think the effect may be the same, but setting a boundary, I don't know that if I'd gone into great detail of, well, gosh, so-and-so, it's really safe, and, those sorts of things. That to me is more, justifying versus different people have different views of how to live life. This is mine. Is setting boundary with him for the future. Maybe. I think saying, tell me more is also because he immediately would have been like, I think, or he would have been oblivious and dove right in. So who knows?
do you think that it matters what you want the future to evolve into?
Tell me more.
Yeah, I was just thinking about.
I'm so sassy.
You are.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about was, at what level do we value the relationship of the person that we're in conversation with? What are we wanting from it? Are we expecting it to stay in this particular, I don't know, energy where they're really not necessarily a significant part of the relationship that's happening in the room. And so setting a boundary feels like that is enough. Or is there hope that over time there is relationship that grows? And so if the hope is that there's relationship that grows, then what response do you think you would give? What?
Well, my immediate thought is I don't care if that relationship grows because he's there to learn from the boss, and the boss is who I deal with. How I said it in reality probably is not conducive to relationship growing, nor was the way he said it. The other two ways, I think, leave open that possibility. The curious way, depending on his response, could lead you down different paths. And I think what's critical about that to me is continuing to maintain my equilibrium if I decide to be curious and open that door. Because if he says something snarky in response, to up the ante, as some people will, what are you doing next? And, it's... I would love to say I'm always present and able to maintain, but I'm not. I'm more prone to react, especially given what I do for a living, the trial lawyer response. And we've talked through that in different instances, and I'm better at it. But it would have been difficult, especially where I was. With everything, the work I'm doing with my therapist, plus there it is. And I'm sure that was the universe saying, we're going to give you a little, just a little challenge today. What do you think?
Something to work on my therapist with.
Yeah, it's worth a conversation for sure. But I honestly, babe, I don't want to discount the standing up for myself factor, and I know that that's justification. Or what did you say? You don't have to explain yourself, right? Or
Yeah, you don't have to defend the choices.
defend
you're
yourself,
making.
right? And so, I don't know. Maybe my little boy needs some defending.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Now, coming out with the hatchet wasn't the best plan, but it wasn't a plan. It was just a. Oh, gosh. So, anyway, we've expended a lot of energy on some comment that I would guess his boss took note
Oh, yeah.
because the boss is pretty sensitive and attuned to clients.
Yeah.
And if so, it would be nice if he was having a conversation similar to this one.
Yeah. It may be so.
Maybe, and maybe not. And if not, it could be a hard business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you
If
mean,
you say judgy things towards your clients frequently, you're not going to have clients very long in the wrong context. You know, in your business, you're not saying judgy things, but you are revealing truths at the right times, right? Hopefully.
hopefully. That's the hope.
Not always, but still. And so, you know, I mean, people will walk out, she doesn't know what she's effing talking about, all mad, blah, blah, blah. And I've done that too with therapists. And then realized, you know, actually she does. You know, I don't like it. But it's true. Or I really like it because I can see it, you know, but I was really mad at the time. So, anyway, I don't know.
So how do we? Gosh, I just think it's so difficult because we can try all those things, and I do believe it is helpful for us to maintain our integrity. Because when we do react in situations where we have some level of regret about the way we did something, the amount of energy that we expend trying to work through it is a lot. I mean, if he had said it and you had said, you know, one of the things that you had come up with, it probably would have sloughed off you easier.
Sure.
So I think about that. You know, we've talked about that, the integrity piece. And it's just all we can do is keep practicing, be aware of it, right? Keep trying to do it.
So do you think I didn't have integrity?
I think you're feeling like you didn't, and that's why it's sticking to you. Even through what we've been recording, you have been giving yourself a hard time. So that's what I mean, right? So the energy around it is still sticking to you, is what I mean.
Yeah. Integrity draws other things to mind, you know, like I did something wrong. And
Oh, no.
ultimately,
No.
I think, I mean, I don't want to be, I would feel more comfortable if the boss wasn't there when I used words like that. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't a combatant, you know, and I wasn't saying it to her, but still, that's just in a professional setting. I don't want to speak that way. But I don't know. I don't think it's a lack of integrity to, you know, if your warrior comes out every once in a while, it's okay. But obviously I'm struggling with it because I want to be intentional, you know, and if I had thought about it and chose to do it that way, then I would feel better about it as well, instead of it just being because that's what it was, is you're slapping me and we slap you back. And that's probably where I was when you and I first met. Much more so.
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking? I'm looking at your eyes and you're like,
You mean verbally? I don't know what the word is. I mean, your profession. I mean, to me, your interaction with him is what is familiar in your profession. It is something that is very well practiced. based off the things I've seen in my history, but also how you describe different interactions that attorneys have with each other.
Yeah. I don't typically drop the F-bomb. So that was up the ante. But I would, and less so than before in the past, have said without the F-bomb, you know what, I'll do whatever I want. Mm-hmm. You know, or even more strongly, without the curse word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What difference does it make to you what I do? Mm-hmm. Things like that. Mm-hmm. Not productive. I don't know. Anyway, I interrupted you. Sorry.
I was just thinking about the integrity piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not integrity. I'm not thinking about it as integrity to others. I'm thinking about it as integrity to yourself.
I'm looking up the definition of integrity. Mm-hmm. Quality of being honest and having consistent and uncompromising adherence to strong moral and ethical principles and values. In ethics, it's regarded as honesty and truthfulness or earnestness of one's actions. That's probably the definition that I'm like, well, I don't know that I lacked integrity in this.
But to yourself you did. That's what I'm saying.
Well, to the person that I want to be, yes. Was it dishonest? No. It was completely honest.
Right.
Was it harsh? Absolutely. Was it reactive? Yes. Was it intentional? No. Did it lack honesty or truthfulness? No.
To yourself, it did.
It lacked adherence to the person I want to be today.
Right.
Which is kind, strong, able to set boundaries, not going along to get along, and I don't know, maintaining my power. So it meets some of those, but not all of them. All of them would be one of the alternatives we've just been discussing. And what would have been most interesting would be, tell me more.
Yeah. Just to hear what he'd have to say.
Yeah, what do you mean? And without being aggressive or defensive, tell me more. What do you mean? It's interesting, babe. I watched, there was an old video of Tom Cruise. He was at some event outside, you know, they're in the street or whatever, it was blocked off, and there were people, you know, like reporters and stuff, probably a red carpet event, something like that. But in any event, he's walking by and the reporter calls him over and he's talking to the reporter, answering his questions, and the guy pulls out like it's not a squirt gun, but it's a squirty thing, and he squirts Tom Cruise in the face. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and Tom starts to laugh it off, and then, you know, he shakes it. He's not aggressive, but he's forceful. And he's like, you know, that was not very nice. Why would you do that? And the guy's like, oh, you know, yeah, no, I understand, but why would you do that? And the guy, blah, 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 starts turning away. No, wait just a second. And Tom, you know, he doesn't grab him, but he touches him on the arm across the barricade. And, of course, his publicist is coming over, or whoever his handler is coming over, you know, like, come on, let's move along. And Tom wasn't having any of it. And he maintained his adult, I think. You can be emotional and earnest without losing your cool, because he obviously didn't like it.
Right.
But no, I'm serious. Why? Why would you do that? And then it went to, I can't remember, the guy made up some lame excuse, blah, 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 whatever, after Tom had asked him 3 or 4 times. And then just Tom said, you're a jerk. That's a jerk thing to do. And then the clip was over. But I don't know about the jerk part, although I don't know that, it's not extreme like some horrible curse word. It was a jerk thing to do. So I think it was accurate. So I don't know. Name calling probably starts to devolve pretty quickly. But I appreciated it. Because he could have just thrown a total hissy fit. Could have tossed the F-bomb. Anyway, there's different ways of being. And I think that was a good example of refusing to just slough it off and ignore it. And so he was standing up for himself, but I think he did it in a pretty good way. What do you think about that? I mean, you'll have to see it, but...
Yeah, I mean, based off what you described, sure. Why did you do that? It's a fair question to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but he was being curious. He was trying to understand.
He was in an adamant way.
Sure. As was fair.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So... yeah.
What?
And it's a fascinating conversation. Just how do we want to walk in the world? And I have said it repeatedly for how long have we been doing this? 2 years now, almost?
It was January of 24.
Okay. I want to be intentional. I want to be able to pause and regardless of and make a choice. Okay. Even if the choice is, I'm going to rain on you now, at least it was a choice. Versus it was just some emotional part of me that got triggered from the past or from whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want this to be about, is to continuing just to, okay, that what did I gain from this versus, I lost a whole lot of energy. Just if I just done it different, I wouldn't be spending this much energy and, all that to, it was really another good reminder of, okay, people are going to challenge you in different ways that may be offensive. And this was another opportunity to take a breath and make a choice. Which direction, and also some good practicing. So thank you on what productive avenues might look like. So thanks. Even though it was hard sometimes, because and when we're doing this, and just so everybody understands, and I'm sure they've experienced it, I will vacillate in and out of being an adult and, looking at you like, okay, now she's going to judge me. The kid in me is evaluating. She's going to tell me I said it wrong. And when I come up with a solution, she's going to say, well, nice try. How my little boy would take it, nice try, Billy, but, you didn't get it right either. So all that stuff is going on inside of me, and I'm guessing a lot of people, but we don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
And I know... if we were to go back and look over this whole thing, you will see it plain as day as I'm going through those emotions and in and out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to wrap up by saying we're going to play this at the beginning and we'll play it again at the end. This part right now, going back 2 minutes, and then we're going to play it through. This was a comment that someone made to you earlier today about you being a thrill seeker.
Yes.
Because of some choices that you have made and want to make for the way you live your life.
Yes.
And the reaction that you had was something like, what? I don't remember exactly.
I'm going to fucking live before I'm gone.
Right. Right.
With that kind of a look, I think.
Right. So you've been working, it's okay. So you've just been working through the emotion that was still stuck to that interaction.
Yeah, and on different levels, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know,
okay.
why would somebody say that? And also, gosh, I could have done it so much better, more
Right.
productively.
Right.
So anyway, that's everything we've been talking about, and but it's okay. I mean, it's not like I did something that's going to put me in jail.
No, no, you didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Yeah,
It feels like it a little bit.
I know.
But that's part of growth.
Right, right.
Yeah. You ever say anything you wish you hadn't said?
Oh, of course. Of course. I'm sure daily.
I've
if I
done
sat
way
back.
worse than that I wish I hadn't said. So
Yeah. To me, that's, the part when I bring up integrity, when I'm talking to clients about integrity, I'm like, for me, the more intentional we are about living our life, the more integrity we have to ourselves. I don't need more things to think about when I'm trying to go to sleep at night or if I wake up during the night to then be going over what I should have said or what I shouldn't have said. So I continue to practice speaking intentionally so that I feel like I'm being integrous to myself. It doesn't mean that I don't say things that are harmful to people. I am being very thoughtful and intentional because I want to reduce that likelihood. It still happens. All I can do is keep practicing.
right.
Yeah. And I will still harm people, even if I am intentional, because I don't know how my words are going to land with everybody. It's so funny because the client and I were talking about this today. This is a really tricky topic. He records all of our sessions because he has a brain injury, and it's very difficult for him to remember what we talk about longer than probably 10 or 15 minutes. And so he records them. And he was talking about how helpful it is for him because he'll listen to sessions over and over and he learns so much from them. And it's very helpful for him. And we were talking about, whether that is something that, is uncomfortable for me. And I said, no, it's not. I've had other clients record sessions. I don't have a problem with that as a clinician. I'm guessing some people record sessions now and I don't even know that they are.
Right.
I said, what I have worked on is making sure that what I say is thoughtful and clear, even if it is hard to hear. And I do my best to stay in that place where if I had to defend myself, that I could explain why I said the thing that I said. That's what I'm working on. Yeah. But there, for sure, are things, we are human. We are not always on our game. We are tired, we are sick, we are frustrated, we're exhausted, we're sick. I mean, there's a lot.
Or we say something that somebody can use and make it sound like it was something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's coming to mind when you say
An
that?
interaction with a client's child, adult, son, phone conversation that we had,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
which I'm guessing was recorded because phrases kept being quoted back to me and written in exchanges,
Right.
taken out of context.
Yeah. All we can do is be clear.
Yeah.
We can't remember. I mean, I say this in session all the time, as best as I can recall.
Yeah.
As best as I can recall.
Yeah.
I think I do that here on the podcast all the
You
time.
do.
Yeah.
And with me.
Because I don't, even though I'm really intentional, I don't always remember the wording that I used about something. But, well, thank you for sharing your process today, babe. I know that it, like you said, a lot of emotion. It's connected to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
It
don't.
seems like it shouldn't be such a big deal. I just thought my dad would like, that's a tempest in a teapot. But I don't know. That's probably me beating myself up. Anyway, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sure did. So there.
Right. So there. Oh. I think we're going to go for a walk after this.
Okay.
Sound
Love
good?
you.
I love you too. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to explore life with you. We encourage curiosity, self-growth, and we strive to be more compassionate every day.